Hey guys, I'm here with the Animal Crossing New Horizons game on the Nintendo Switch, and I'm just gonna go over a couple beginning tips and tricks for people just starting out. In the beginning, you're gonna have to do a lot of grinding to make what the game has as money, which is called bells. So you're gonna have to do a lot of grinding to earn a lot of bells to start doing the upgrades and getting your foundation set for your island. Now, one way to do that is by fishing. In order to go fishing, you're going to have to get a fishing pole, and the game starts you off with a flimsy fishing pole. And once you're able to get that, you can get what they call DIYs, do-it-yourself recipes. And the more you get, the more it adds to the list. And you can see right here the flimsy fishing rod. In order to craft this, you have to have 5 tree branches. Now, tree branches come from, you guessed it, trees. So sometimes you'll just see the tree branches lying around on the ground after, in the beginning, and then after some days, as if you don't do cleanup. And another way to get the tree branches is by shaking the trees. So we're just gonna hug this tree, shake it a little bit, pressing the A button. You go up next to it and you press the A button. Now if it doesn't fall out right away, don't do what I did and just run off to the next one, because what I found out is if you keep pressing A, more will fall. And you just do a little bit of cleaning, and once you have at least 5, you can take it to a workbench, which when you're first starting out, you're going to take it to the tent with Tom Nook in it and go to the workbench. And you just, let's craft something, and you select the flimsy fishing rod, and then you select craft it. I already have a fishing rod, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you how to fish successfully. You're going to do your fast, quick selection tool using your D-pad by pressing upward on it, and then you can adjust wherever you want to put them. Mine is right here. So what you do is face the fish, and what you're going to try to do, the goal is to cast with the bobber in front of the face of the fish where it's facing. And the fish sometimes change direction, so it's just trial and error at some points. So it knows it right away, and it's gonna nibble at the bobber a few times. Sometimes it'll take it down on the first one. Sometimes it takes like 4 or 5, and you just gotta wait for the bobber to go underneath the water. And it's also easy to notice with the sound on. It's a different, unique sound when it goes under the water, so you know to press the A button, and hold the A button to reel it in. And it'll tell you what you caught. If it's something that you haven't caught before, it'll start the dialogue box with yes and an exclamation point to signify it's a new catch. And you're just gonna go up and down either the ocean side or in the lakes or the river on the mainland to look for these fish shadows. There's different sizes, big and small, and just repeat that process. And if you miss the fish and it doesn't notice it, just realign yourself with it, and then sometimes you have to step back because it'll go backwards and forwards. So now it noticed it, and just wait. And it went under, press and hold A, reel it in. Awesome. Okay. Now, this game is pretty good about, I haven't noticed a time when there was no fish spawned. They'll respawn if you just run up and down or in the river area. I don't think that there's ever a time that there's not fish spawned somewhere. But if you're wanting to not run around your whole island back and forth looking for the fish, you can do something crafty. I didn't notice this in the game until later, being taught to me. I actually found this out on my own. If you run on the sand on the ocean side, you'll notice every now and then these like little things that keep seeming to blow. You get your shovel and you dig. It's a manila clam. I like to cover my tracks. I've learned that from previous Animal Crossing games where I fall in the hole. And you take that manila clam, you just need one per crafting for this, or you can collect as many as you want and craft multiples of them. You go to crafting, and once you get the recipe for fish bait, you can craft fish bait with manila clams. And this is great to have during fishing events where the guy comes in and pays you extra for any fish caught, and he times you. I forget how long, I think it's like 3 minutes or 4 minutes, and you have to catch as many fish as you can in that time frame. And so what I learned is I can make about 9 or 10 of these and toss them, and fish will appear. That way I don't have to run and look for fish. And that way it maximizes my time of catching. I gotta just wait, listen to that sound. You hear that clunk sound, and that's when you go. So these fishing events, it's like a timed thing, and you get points and money and prizes or whatever. If you can, the more fish you can catch in a shorter, like the timed frame, the more points you get. And so the way to maximize that is to craft. I think I was able to do a maximum of 9 or 10. And so I'd get 9 or 10 of those fish food, and I'd run to the ocean or the river, whichever was closest to the guy, and I would do like I just did, scatter the fish food in the ocean, and it appears immediately, and I fish it, and then as soon as I catch it, I go back into my inventory, I select the fish food, and I scatter it again. I just do that as fast as I can until the timer's up, and that will maximize your ability to catch fish quickly. So that's for fishing. Now, the other thing that I didn't realize until later in the game, when one of the neighbors kindly informed me the errors of my ways with catching bugs. Bugs is another way to make money. You can donate it to Tom Nook in the beginning for the museum, and then once our old friend Blathers comes, he'll build his museum, and you can donate directly to him again. But once you caught duplicates, you can sell them at the store and make money that way. And so you're going to have to sneak up on some bugs. Some bugs are quite sneaky, easy to run away. And there's no bugs around now, of course. So I'll just show you, even though there's no bugs around. I don't know what happened. I guess one of my neighbors went around with some pesticide or something, all the bugs are gone. Okay, so one way to catch bugs that like to escape you, you press and hold A. Do not let it go. This will put you in like this stance that you're seeing, and you'll walk a lot slower. And that means that the bugs will not run away, and you get up to about right where that seashell is at right there, about this distance, and you swipe it, and you let it go. Let the A button go, and that's when that'll happen. And that way, it'll ensure you're able to catch those bugs that like to run away the closer you get. The next one I would suggest is visit as many people as you can, whether that's people that you are friends in-game with, or by getting the Nook Miles ticket. You get a free one at first from Tom Nook, and you can travel to random islands and harvest the fruit from the trees, and then when you come back to your island, what you're gonna do is dig a hole with your shovel to plant a fruit tree. And plant one, and that'll put that in the hole, and then in a couple days you'll be able to grow a new fruit from that one, and you'll get Nook miles for growing more fruit varieties. And I'll have to look, and when I do a more in-depth video of each thing, I'll have to see how many bells each fruit is that's new to your island. I think they're all the same, but I think that the fruits that are not native to your island give you more. I just don't know how much more off the top of my head. But one way to grind is to shake the fruit trees and collect them all and sell them at the store in bulk, and that'll give you some good amount of bells, as well as collecting the seashells that continuously populate on the ocean. I think what I did is I already collected a bunch of them earlier today, so I sold them too. But you can get seashells on the ocean coast and sell them as well, and just keep grinding, selling everything you can collect: fish, bugs, seashells, fruit. My rule of thumb for selling is if you can craft something out of what you collect, craft it. Don't sell the ingredients, so to speak, individually. If you can craft things, craft them, because you'll make a lot more money if you put the work in and craft things versus selling the pieces individually. Alright, well that does it for this quick video. Just some basic grinding suggestions and little tips and tricks for people starting out that might not know them yet. Alright, good luck. See you next time.